thought the city was coming to a standstill.
Got a lot of decisions tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to call the Common Council to order. I will ask our clerk to call the roll to determine a quorum.
Alderperson May.
Here.
Probst.
Here.
Reinke.
Here.
Rote.
Here.
Vitale.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Barzak.
Here.
Chapletsky.
Here.
Haas.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
10 present, unexcused.
Quorum is present. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Alderman May this evening.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving to item D, we have no public hearings this evening, so we will go right to citizen participation. As you probably know, this is an opportunity for residents to address the council on matters of interest to them. This is not a time for discussion, only listening due to the potential violation of the open meetings laws. If anyone wishes to participate under citizen participation, please sign in either before or after your comments and give us your name and address for our official record.
Okay, Robert Brown, 2160 South 86th Street. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I live a half block from Central High School. On the 4th, myself and my wife went to vote. Now, I am responsible for all those no signs you see all over the city, but I said I took no signs with me, no papers, nothing. Doctor warned me, stay away from all kind of excitement and whatever, so we go to vote. I go up, we vote. As we're walking in, I noticed about 150 feet away, and I gave Monica some of the pictures of the sign. They had an illegal sign on the front lawn, talking about people encouraging them about the referendum. So I went back home. I had no signs. Went back home, called the election commission. I said, I want to report, She says, I can't have mine, but they can have theirs on the front lawn where they vote. They said, no, they can't. It's called electioneering. So I went home, went back with one sign, put it out, turned my back a little to get something out of the car, and bang, it's gone. I see it disappearing in the building where you vote. I said, wow. So I went home, only had one more sign on my lawn, so I got my neighbor. I'm being fast because I only got these 5 minutes. We came back, quickly put up the two signs. I gave Monica a copy of their illegal one. I put mine right next to it. And lo and behold, here she comes running out, grabs the sign. I said, hey, let go of that sign. You're stealing it. You can't do it. I said, that's theft and that's an illegal sign. So she gives it back to me. Goes in the building. Okay. Later on, you see another picture I gave you. No, I told her before she left, I am going to start holding a sign. I'm going to play this game all day long. I put one out, you run in with it. I put another one. I said, I'm going to stand and hold it. She said, you can't do it. I'll call the police. Great, I said, call them. That's fine. I hope they come. Okay, I'm standing here for a while, and I got to hurry this up. So what she did come out, I put one holding, one 115, 20 feet away, right where I'm standing. You'll see it on the picture. All of a sudden, here she comes again. I just caught her out of the corner of my eye coming out, And I was looking the other way, and by the time I turned with my sign, she's got hold of it, and we've got a tug-of-war going back and forth. I finally yelled at her, let go of that sign. I said, I don't care if you're a woman. I said, knock it off. She lets go. And I knew the pole was behind me. There was a metal pole, see, parking. And I went back toward it, and I flipped. I'm going to do that again. Turn my neck hard, and I blacked out. I don't know what happened. Sign was gone when I got my senses back, and I had one sign left. There were two. I don't know what happened. I actually don't know what happened to it. So anyway, I got one sign. I'm there for a little while. I feel dizzy. My wife had brought me a chair previously that I could sit on because I couldn't stand no more. And I decided my head hurt enough. I'm just going to go home. I'm not going to call the police. I'm going to be like Jesus, turn the other cheek. I turned it all day long there. I ain't going to call. I go back to my car. I turn around and look, and the sign's gone. There ain't no sign. So then I thought, that's it. So I go back. Now I am getting a little teed off. I go back, And here's, I see it ripped up in little pieces on the sewer, and there's a big burly guy. It's all in the police report. Okay. I quickly called the police, made the report. It's being processed. It's not gonna get done till, because a lot of stuff came up. I did talk to the person running the election commission, and by the way, I didn't have the faintest idea that West Ellis was responsible for those people working there. I had the faintest idea. I know a lot. I know all about these signs, but I didn't know who works there. I found it out later. I did talk to the people there. They actually have admitted that my sign was in the building.
Mr. Brown, you have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, so anyway, I have run up a couple $100 already. I gotta go back some more, so who's gonna pay all this stuff? Okay, the other thing, I came here quickly. Hand me that sign. That one, not the sign, that. We've been here, I don't know how many times, dealing with the police after they did the street on, by Central High School. More racing. This happened just the other day. 2 cars going 80 miles an hour about. There's a little slight bump there. One car lost this. There's another yellow one. I have the names of the 2 cars. I got them at home. And by the way, calling the police, absolutely, they said, we can't do nothing. We can't sit here all day. The aldermen looked at it. They did surveys. They said, we can't do nothing because the school closes. We can't be here all night. You already have a stop sign, but don't face so people can see it. That all the neighbors around me are yelling. One of these days, I'll be walking here carrying a body because he had many close calls there. But whatever it is, the the aldermen are reluctant to push for this. Why? I don't know.
Mr. Brown, that's time.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks for your comments.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for listening.
Is there anybody else in the audience that wishes to address the council under citizen participation?
Do you want me to
Yeah,
talk?
go ahead.
Okay. Hello. Violet Brown, and I live at 2160 South 86th Street. I went voting with my husband a little after 1. We went to Central High School, and there was 2 women and a man in the middle. After we got done voting, I even said, thank you for your service, the good poll workers and everything. And my husband was there, and he seen a sign out there, and then he said something to the lady, and the lady said, that sign is okay out there. And he said, well, I got another sign, and I'm going to put it out there. And she said, no, you can't do that. But anyway, there was a little bit of talk. And anyway, I stayed with my husband for a little while, like 45 minutes out there to just stand out there to say no to this referendum. It's our First Amendment. We have a right to choose, do we want to or not vote for that. So anyway, I left, and then all that trouble began. But my husband came back with a witness. So I don't know what else happened. He called the police after that, too. So that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wish to address the council under citizen participation this evening?
Good evening, Suzette Grisham, owner of Suzette's Hair for You on 7008 West National Avenue. I'm just coming to speak my final thoughts on the decision that's going to be made tonight to either award $50,000 for Expert Automotive for the facade or to actually demo it. Obviously, apples to oranges on that. I have to ask the committee to really think about the vision of West Dallas and where we're going. And to keep in mind that this grant at $50,000 is peanuts compared to what needs to be invested in this building, and the risks that the city is taking even in granting that and saying, okay, is this going to happen? Whether promissory or not, and I know that was mentioned in committee, that, you know, that $50,000 could be promissory. I advocate for the building to come down. I have a vision for West Dallas as a business owner. I'm looking to invest in the building myself and purchasing my building. And I have to take a look at Mandel coming in as a bonus. You've got a $19 million project on National Avenue. The gates of that corridor is less than desirable. And I think that you need to look at development and what can be brought in and will be brought in. I hear a lot of feedback that, oh, we don't need another empty lot. We're virtually landlocked in West Dallas. You open that up, you've got Mandel coming in, you've got other projects coming in. 84th Street has $35 million going in. I can't imagine that there's not a developer that would eye up that property, the size it is 3/4 of the block, and could make something special there. Also keep in mind, if this goes through, you're going to have 3 automotive places within 2 blocks of one another, because Expert Car Care is going to go out, and you tell me what that building's going to be made into. Adjacent to that street on 71st, you have another automotive place. I just don't think it makes sense. Not dollar value as a businesswoman. I looked at that even as an investment on my own. If I were an automotive place who's up and running right now, productive, making decent money, that building's for sale. Why wouldn't I buy that? Why would I want to go a block and a half east, take such a big risk at $1 million, bringing that in, and then turn around and say, what happens if we default? What security do we have as taxpayers? What security do you have as a city to say, this is going to happen? If something goes awry, we're stuck. We're stuck like we've been the past 10 years, stuck looking at a vacant building that's rat infested, falling apart, no one coming to even shovel it in the winter. I've gone on and on about this. I can't encourage you enough to please consider the revitalization of our community and what this is going to mean if it stays. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else wish to address the council under citizen participation this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will close citizen participation. We will move to item F on your agendas. Our standing committees will be meeting during recess. Those room numbers are listed on page 1 of your agendas. Moving to item G, the mayor's report. Just have a few quick things this evening. I want to remind everybody that on April 29th, the community-wide cleanup is taking place at the police department substation on 70th and National, 69th and National. It starts at 9 a.m. and it concludes around the lunch hour with free lunch to be provided, which is usually pizza. You just have to show up. They have bags, they have pickers, they have gloves, and they have areas around the city that are on a list that would benefit from some picking up with everything thawing and all the winter accumulation now exposed. Again, that's April 29th at the police department substation. Next Tuesday, we are really blessed in West Dallas to have a ton of awesome pizza places, and one of our long-standing pizza joints will be having a grand reopening on April 25th. Big Eve's on 1329 South 70th Street. We'll have a ribbon cutting I'm doing with the chamber at 11 o'clock. And from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock, they are going to have 20% off all your dine-in orders. Also next week on Monday, the 24th, there's going to be a ribbon cutting with the Chamber of Commerce for Skywalk Pharmacy, which is opening up within the Summit Place complex. They will not have 20% off all their product, but they are going to have refreshments and door prizes, and feel free to stop by and welcome them to the community. That does conclude the mayor's report this evening. Do we have any reports from the alderpersons?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move for approval of the minutes of the Common Council regular meeting of April 4th, 2017.
Second.
There's a motion with a second by Alderman May. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll ask for a motion to refer place item 2 on file and refer items 3 through 5 to the city attorney.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman May, second by Alderperson Probst. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Moving to item K, standing committee reports, administration and finance.
Read them out after recess. Mayor
Thank you,
Devine.
Alderman Haas.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we stand in recess until conclusion of the committee meetings.
Second.
There's a motion with a second by Alderperson Reinke. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are in recess.